Load the trebuchet.
Fire that shit.
Kabloomy. How come they didn't fire that shit? Fuck's our objective? Wait for a 2-day bombardment to finish. So time needs to pass. Man.
What do you think of Master Kizo?
He definitely knows what he's doing. And all that wild talk of his, rockets and such like. I'd almost let him try it out, but on some other castle.
Do you think there's any truth in it?
I've never seen such weapons used, so I can't really judge. But if his ideas worked, they'd change the way we make war. He showed me some of the drawings he has with him. I don't know if he's a genius or a madman.
There was precious little in it, and we could have lost everything.
That's how it goes in war. But God stood by us. And in the end, they're nothing but a bunch of filthy cutthroats. They're sneak thieves and assassins. But does that make them real soldiers?
Well, they're apt to wait till a man nips off into the bushes to relieve himself, lifts up his chainmail tunic and stab him in the back. Personally, I'd rather face a proper soldier.
Because you know just who you're up against. That's probably why Toth is giving us such a hard time.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding? You came too soon.
Two days, what the fuck do you mean? Imagine that shit in like real life, dude. That's like fucking trebuchet, huh? Yo, I should make like a miniature one that I could put fucking marbles in. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure I know how to fucking count. 2 days is 2 days. We'll make it fucking 3. They said come back in 2 days. It's gonna be 3 days now. What the fuck? These apples probably ain't even no good. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I talked to that dude. The dude was like, come back in 2 days. I passed that time and went to sleep and got up. That was one day. 'Cause the sun went down and came back up. I went fucking past the day. And I went to sleep and got up. I went to sleep and got back up again. And that would have been 2 fucking days. So this is gonna be fucking 3. Unless the day didn't count completely at all. On the day he told me to come back in fucking 2 days. Well, now he's expecting me at fucking night. Are you gonna wait until the fucking morning? Shit. I better pack another bowl. Fuck this shit. All them fucking chunks out. You sick motherfucker. I like being sick. That's like the new cool. Like, yeah, you keep telling me that.
I will.
Oh. You awake? Why don't you fucking call me? I got something to tell you. Poop nugget. Don't think I don't know. He fucked me.
He fucked me now. He fucked me.
Yeah, it was a good week. That's for the bull god. She gotta have some. You're welcome. I am the dope god. Smoke me out. Let's go out here and see some of this fucking sunlight. Give me this motherfucker. He's coming with me. Run that shit. Oh, put that fucking
God
shit
be with
down.
you, Henry.
No. Let's go with this shit today.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istrand's a stubborn bastard.
Alright, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
We're fucking ready. We're going balls deep up in that ass. Storm that bitch. We're coming in. Welcome to the dope show. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Boop boop be doo. Boop.
Yo,
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whoresons' arses.
Whoresons.
A village lad
Those
and an old
whoresons' asses.
This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming.
That's right.
Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is,
Feel
something
the
always gets
power
fucked up.
of the dark
Keep your eyes
side.
open. Take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We
Motherfucker.
have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Let's fucking go. Dickamadunga.
Dick, 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 dickamadungi.
Look at this little fucking bitch. Let me get that armor. I got some nice shit anyway. Fuck it. We're going. I'm getting king armor after this. Guarantee it. Like that shit. Fire, nigger. Bomb. That was a good hit on the castle and in my pipe. Storm the pussy. Take that shit balls deep. That's right, take that shit. Step on the back of their heads and fucking push right in. Going in fucking dry, better bite the pillow. Fuck we got here. Can't be having that. Knock this shit off.
Shields, for fuck's sake! Cover yourself!
What the fuck are these dudes doing? Dying? No way. Going over the wall, motherfucker. Let's go, you pussies. Oh! Oh, I got this big ass spear and shit.
Stay still! Clear those battlements!
Fucker. Fucking leader. Helping me. Get out the way, let me stick this motherfucker.
Stay still! Clear those battlements!
Oh! Oh, I got some big shit. Oh, what happened? You getting some both sides, bitch? Play? Oh, fucking get jigged up. Oh. No, these dudes ain't playing because, like, as many hits as... Dude, I should only be whacking these dudes, like, twice. And, like, as many hits as they take, you know they hard. Oh, man, if I had to be using my sword right now, I'd been fucking probably wet assed out. This fucking spears are fucking mad overpowered. That's why I fucking took it with me. To be a fucking cheater. Get out the way. Can't block it out, bitch. No, keep sticking. Out the way, motherfucker. Stick on me, motherfucker. They must have got them motherfuckers. I don't even know where they went. Shit. Shit, motherfucking. They down in the fucking courtyard or something, I bet. Come on! She went back down around the other way. That's how that shit was, too. Them motherfuckers with those fucking morning stars. Open up, bitch! Burn this fucking nigger door down.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over!
Kill them
You
all.
want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, you're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again.
Or worse, God's justice will find him.
Then, you'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down this vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
Let me fucking ride with
I
you.
hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to go elect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Mount up, bitches. Mount up. Come on.
Good!
The way you go! Sneaking into Brannick all on your own?
Come on, dude. Oh my god, dude.
This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
No. The fuck? This is not
What's
What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
Sir Radzig will be there. What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. There's no sign of them. Move on.
Yo, if they put an arrow through this nigga's back or something like that. They got like a sniper in the fucking tree line and put an arrow in this motherfucker.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I've twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
Yo, what you talking about? You better bring my fucking sword back.
Father.
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
It's only beginning.
Catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
Of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
Where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew him.
What? But I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing. Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else in my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
There's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German horseman who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it.
Fucking
I'll never
horseman.
forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Now, I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that, at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
What? That's fucking nigger it. Don't play me. I want a new game plus.
You're doing well, son.
Father.
Told you to leave them fucking mushrooms
Come
alone, motherfucker.
You know whose side here.
What does it matter now? I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
No. See, I told you those are some good mushrooms.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away.
I get a real room finally in this castle? Not that little shack downstairs?
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
These fag pains he's got in now. Oh yeah. He should have just been greener. Tan. A little fat. Well, the colors of skulls. Or a Talonberg, actually. Ratatari. Colors of Ratatari. Talonberg. Whatever one of them fucking sounds. Game pooped on. Fuck, I got on my outfit.
Good day, Henry.
Nah, get out the way.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
Trying to rob me.
I hope I can...
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Fresh from the oven.
Vegetables! Fresh vegetables! Look, smell! Aren't they lovely?
Bread baked just this morning. Bread!
Hey, I like your shit. Looks like mine.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Oh. You take this shit I got. Give me a good deal. Look, way better fucking deal than fucking poop stains.
I'd like to discuss the
Well,
I have a deal. Give me all your money.
Here. And something for your trouble.
well now, thank you very much.
Just don't forget that shit. I gave you a fucking bomb deal on that shit. $1,000 shit for fucking like a Jeep for 900. Just remember that next time I come here, motherfucker.
I'm interested in your services.
And what is it you'd like?
I'd like a private bath for 2.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
My baby. Horrified. Alright, let's get up to the fucking castle and see what cocksucker wants. I hope he fucking sends me out to go fucking slay that fucking dude and get my fucking sword. I want that sword. But who knows? Like you don't fucking pick these locks. Steal your shit, bitch. ago. Fuckers.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Stop here at the fucking church. Need to pray. Smoke some weed. Bless the holy penis. For I have sinned like a motherfucker. Give me the Virgin of the Mary. Oh, blessed be thy holy pee-pee. Give it thy caca. Give it thy caca.
Give me the caca.
Oh, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
He's gonna tell us, go get that motherfucker. And that's what we're gonna do. I guess, maybe. I don't know. But that'd be, I guess, I would think the thing to do. When you're like, oh, well, what are we gonna do next? You know what the fuck we gotta do next? Homeboy got away, he can't be getting away.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord
This
Capen.
fucking nigger sitting here chilling and shit.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Yobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young son, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What you're saying, Wenceslas has invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him.
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghof is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a
this
very
fucking nigger's
risky
throat right now.
enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both.
Getting a little
And
too
there's
close
a
to the
tough
door.
struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Gutenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
What an excuse fucking that dude just made to fucking as soon as I pack my bags are ready. He meant as soon as we smoke a fucking bowl we'll be ready.
Am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue? The question is how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. If they'll make trouble or join our side, but...
But
we have to ask in a way that won't leave Sir Capon being run out of the castle with a whip.
Exactly.
How about writing that you're concerned about current events and that you want to see things settled peacefully? And then ask the opinion of the League of Lords.
Very well said, sir. And what they want
What
to do
kind
about
of
freeing King Wenceslas.
Whether they think liberating King Wenceslas IV might contribute to resolving the dispute.
And what they plan to do about the god-awful mess in this country.
What steps they envisage taking to end the pillaging of Bohemia by foreign armies?
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Well, I'd also venture to suggest one more. What is their stance on that is, the initiatives of Margrave Jobst of Moravia and a large part of the Bohemian nobility? Whether they plan to take action against them or support their efforts?
You read my thoughts, sir.
What?
So what do you... So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
You're gonna give me some hot shit?
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years, and now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against him. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him. But he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
Mm-hmm. A nigger fucking gone fucking 5-0. Man.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. He certainly makes a great hunting and drinking companion, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, it's hard to let it go again. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
Who is this Prokop that Job spoke of?
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then, they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
The League of Lords and that Bergov we're off to see. Who are they exactly?
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghof, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined after Wenceslas surrounded himself with the lesser orders of nobility. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Berghof has to say.
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a crusade against the Turks and was defeated at Nicopolis. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights, most of whom were mercilessly slaughtered. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslas, but he's arrogant, and to our misfortune, brutal. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslas. Ironically, Wenceslas joined forces with Jobst to liberate him. And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it, God does move in mysterious ways.
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a name I hadn't heard before today.
Rupert is the Prince Elector of the Palatinate.
What's a Prince Elector?
The Prince Electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other Prince Electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. Now he's doing his utmost to get Wenceslas to acknowledge him, but so far without success. So, now we have 2 kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he's switched allegiance. He seems to do that quite a lot.
That young man, Sir John of Liechtenstein. Why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family, with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council. Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son. So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
I think I don't know what to think.
That makes 2 of us.
If I didn't know anything about the yachts,
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
Look, that took all those people and mad wine and wenches to fucking
I will
write
go to
that shit back in
Brandenburg
those
and I
days.
will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Gutenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be
Let's
on our
ride,
way.
bitch. Let's
Now
ride.
remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Sakakaka. 85 fucking coins.
You there! Stop! Surrender! What are you doing to that lot? You should have thought twice about what...
I was looking at it.
You're making a serious mistake. If only you knew what you've just got yourself into. This won't end well for you.
Well, I thought, that is, I had no idea. Well, if that's how it is, of course you may go.
Henry! I'm glad you stopped by.
Come on, you motherfucker. It's fucking slow ass dick shit. Yo, like, where's the update to speed up this clock like a tenth of a second faster? Something. 3/10. Yo, I just got electrocuted like a motherfucker from this controller. For Christ's sakes. Making room for more save files. Time isn't on my side, no it's not. Fucking shit, sucks a dick. Click, click, tick, 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 click. It's a good one, huh? You want to touch my family values? You want to see my family values? 3-day ride, huh? Where the fuck are we going? 3-day ride. We're gonna camp in the woods. I wonder if we're gonna camp in the woods. We stop at a fucking pub, an inn. An oath is an oath. That didn't seem like 20 already. We're supposed to take a piss. Still plug the fucking. Yeah. For real! Oh my. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is this? Eat with the others. Eat with what fucking others? What the fuck are you talking about? Wait, fuck. Come on, you fucking chucho luchos. It's not that big of a dick to load. Come on. Over the fuck back here.
What are you doing?
Nothing, bitch. Let me get this fucking XP.
May the Lord watch over you.
I'm not gonna watch it again. What is it with all these fucking nigger games and the forever fucking
you
load
going to the meeting
time?
with Margrave Yobsters?
Oh, I know. It's probably a firmware update. People be like, oh, fucking
My lords.
get the fucking pro because it'd be faster. Probably the same piece of shit. That's why it's still sitting in a closet.
So, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
What isn't really the issue? The question is how.
So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
I think I don't know what to think.
That makes two of us.
Join
I
our
didn't know
side.
anything.
Oh yeah, we gotta listen
But
to
we
these
have to
dudes.
ask in a way that won't leave Sir Capon being run out of the castle with a whip.
Exactly.
How about writing that you're concerned about current events and that you want to see things settled peacefully? And then ask the opinion of the League of Lords.
Very well said, sir. And what they want to do about freeing King Wenceslas.
Whether they think liberating King Wenceslas IV might contribute to resolving the dispute.
And what they plan to do about the god-awful mess in this country.
What steps they envisage taking to end the pillaging of Bohemia by foreign armies?
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Well, I'd also venture to suggest one more. What is their stance on that is, the initiatives of Margrave Jobst of Moravia and a large part of the Bohemian nobility? Whether they plan to take action against them or support their efforts?
You read my thoughts, sir.
So, it looks...
Don't worry.
Yeah. Who? And... Who? But...
I don't... Rupert of... What? That's about all.
Very well.
What did they do, beat him? What did they do, beat him? What did they do, beat him? Hmm? What did they do, beat him? Probably deserved it. What was he doing? They probably beat him so he would get brain damage, so then he can go get fucking retard funds for him, and then fucking go buy dope, and then go buy dope with the retard funds. Oh, well, I don't give a fuck. That's their problem. I don't know. Bye. They stole $1 million. The owner wasn't even paying. The owner wasn't even paying the employees. What are you talking about? And they weren't paying the employees. Right. I'll catch up to you next week. Did I say? Yeah, just like those niggers did that shit to Peggy or whatever, but I went back down there with a fucking quarter stick of dynamite taped to a rock and threw it through the front window in the middle of the night. That was when you can get away with that. That was when you can get away with that shit. Can't get away with shit like that, no. Bounce.
I don't want none.
Oh, shit.
Huh? What am I wanting for?
Try it.
What'd you put in here?
Crack cocaine.
It's hot.
It's not.
It is. You put that in a coffee. Chocolate coffee.
Chocolate cock. I was having some of that shit they have on Mars. Jajan Jones and his father like that shit. They call it Choco Coffee. Choco Coffee. Choco Coffee. That mochaccino shit. That's right. Hind shot first, bitch. Boba Fett. I want my fucking Darth Vader Luke Skywalker fucking cup. I don't know where it is. Somebody fucking nigger ganked it. I think it broke. But I got a set of 4. I should crack that dude in his head right now and fucking take his armor. Like, give me that shit. Oh, man. Let's see if we can do that actually.
What the hell are you doing?
Watch where you're going.
In God's name is he up to?
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Burgov is bound to be waiting us eagerly.
Good luck. This game's awesome. All those flowers and shit. Pick all that kind of shit. So I see some sage right there, that purple shit. Sage and some dandelions.
So, how exciting a highball bastard.
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rudzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Yods and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more
Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sin. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this time, they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, that's what I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trusting your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were here, I'd have it my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't come across him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let him shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Sir Hanish can tell you a thing or two about it.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lambeth, well, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglam, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanish?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of yachts.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite them being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one, they couldn't get past the Iglam women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanish as such a rebel.
And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his service, men like your father. I admit I don't blame them, but the Lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd let them hang on who abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back in their old tricks.
Fucking standing around, you two fucking niggers. Get the fuck to work. We don't pay you for fucking nothing. Oh. You gonna let them two fucking bums stand there? Like fucking mooks? There's a camp just at the end of the road here outside the township. On the left. fuck is this nigger shit? Every time I turn my head to fucking look, the nigger motherfucking horseman, so I feel the fucking way. Suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick, suck that dick, suck the dick. Poopella Supreme. Boop, 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 boop. What? But who gives a fuck? They're just gonna poop on it.
God save you, Henry.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm just gonna get boozed out. Inventory, it's fucking inventory. Shit. What the fuck is going on? Get the fuck up.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
There's one more thing I need to arrange.
Very well. We'll be here waiting for you.
Motherfucker went to sleep. Shit, we got boozed up. It's not wasted. What's going on, boys? Let's get to fucking. That dude's carving some shit over there. I wonder what he's carving.
Welcome, Henry.
You smelled my fucking mochaccino, that's what the fuck it was. Yeah, right, these are homemade, this ain't no some fucking Dunkin' Donut shit. Mm-mm. I don't give a fuck what it is, it's homemade. I ground my own fucking cocoa and fucking coffee beans. John Jones, the last Martian on fucking Supergirl, him and his father called this shit fucking Choco Coffee. They're like, on Supergirl. Choco Coffee. I'm surprised you don't watch no Supergirl. That show's alright. We're coming up on the season 3 finale here pretty soon, and fucking I think next week is the last episode of The Flash or something like that. Or the season before, or the episode before last, for season 4. The Flash was good. Like I was always like, oh fuck a Flash, because like I used to watch like there's a Flash TV show way back in the day, like in the fucking 90s or something like that, like. And I used to watch that one or whatever. It was alright and all, but. Well, obviously, or I didn't want it to be some like copy spin-off of it, or like a remake of it or whatever, you know, like they did with Superman. What did they have? They had like The Adventures of Lois and Clark, they had Smallville, you know what I mean? They had a whole bunch of other different, every other fucking different dude was like, that played Superman was a different person and shit. Like when somebody plays a character, like, I like to keep seeing the same person, keep playing the same fucking character and shit. Now, well, even still, like, even if they were gonna show an older version of that character, cause say he went to the future, at least, like even now, they don't get somebody else to do it, they fucking make him up and make him look older and shit. Yeah, or all that shit, or whatever. It's like right now, like Hugh Jackman's the only motherfucker that ever played Wolverine and shit in the X-Men or any of the movies or whatever. They got some random other cocksucker tomorrow to start playing Wolverine, I won't watch it. I don't even care if that dude did I don't care if he did 100 times better. I don't care if he did 100 times better of a job portraying Wolverine than Hugh Jackman ever did. I still wouldn't watch it or even give two fucks about it. Because to me, like, I don't know, I just like the way Hugh Jackman looked, and fucking, I kind of like the way he fucking played Wolverine off. And like, yeah, they watered down Wolverine a little bit on the fucking rated R shit and made Wolverine a little bit more PG fucking 13 for the fucking kids and movies and shit. I understand it, but like in the comics, Wolverine definitely was like more like go fuck yourself kind of fucking person, like all the time. And like he was a Wolverine, he's called the Wolverine. They fucking Wolverines don't play. Like you come across one of those in the woods and they're just gonna come fucking lashing at you, and you're gonna be all fucking Dunsky. Like I remember I had to write an essay or something like that for some class, English or something. Well, I wrote an essay on fucking Wolverine, so I know all about the motherfuckers. But yeah, they were along the lines in the Badgers family and shit. Oh yeah, woodchucks don't fuck around either. I've seen squirrels chase people down. Yo, you wanna hear a true story? Me and my homies went to the fucking mall one time when we were fucking like, I don't know, 12, 13 or whatever, riding our bikes and shit. And on the way back there was this fucking big ass like house. It was like farm on a lot of land, and they had this big ass tree out in the front lawn. And it was a hot ass day and it wasn't really windy out or nothing, and like we was busting a sweat like a motherfucker, and we was riding our bikes back. It was like me and Matt that comes over here all the time or whatever and shit, and like a couple other people and shit, and I stopped for a second to light a fucking cigarette. I swear to God, like where that tree was and where the sun was shining, it casted a shadow like across the lawn and across the road a ways, like half the ways or whatever, and I stopped on the side of the road, fucking hit the bowl a couple times, and fucking light a cigarette or whatever, and fucking in the shade where it was shady or whatever for a second. And fucking them motherfuckers kept on going. I was like, hold on a second, let me fucking light this cigarette. And you're like, catch up. I was like, you fucking pieces of shit. The next thing you know, right, like I hit the bowl a couple times, I dig in my pocket, I pull out a cigarette and light that shit. I swear to God, man, this fucking squirrel comes running down the motherfucking tree across the lawn and straight up the fucking bike and sitting on my fucking handlebars. I'm like, what the fuck? I fucking swear to God, I even reached out and fucking like pet that shit on his head like, like straight down. I'm like a fucking cat with my finger, like I pet that shit. I swear to God. I fucking started pedaling and I caught up to them motherfuckers. I came cruising up. This motherfucker is sitting on the fucking front of that shit right in the center of it, holding on like, yeah. I swear to God, dude. I came cruising up and I was like, yo, check this fucking shit out. This nigga smelt the weed and was like, yo, let's go for a ride. And they looked, it was like, what the fuck is this shit or whatever. And I was like, I don't know, man. I stopped to fucking hit the bowl a couple times and lit a cigarette. And this nigga came and hopped up on my handlebars. And they were like, shut the fuck up. I was like, dead ass fucking serious or whatever. And like, I don't know, we probably got to the end of the road or whatever and shit. And I turned around, I was like, he's probably got a house up back in that fucking tree. I was like, I'm gonna bring him back. I hauled ass down the road and that motherfucker like came up and fucking ran up my arm and was sitting on my shoulder. I swear to God, I thought that nigger was gonna bite me in the neck or on my face or some shit. I fucking I rode back down there or whatever, and I got back to the fucking tree or whatever, back in the shade right where I started or whatever, and rolled up, and I fucking dug in my pocket and I hit the bowl a couple times. He sat right there on my shoulder sniffing that shit. He hopped down on the fucking handlebars, off the bike he went, and back up the tree he went. After he took a nut off, like, I don't know, somewhere out of the ground, off the ground, or somewhere along the way, but he snatched the nut and went back up the fucking tree. I swear to God, it's a true story. I seen this time we was at fucking Sixberry Lake. Josh fucking got drunk as fuck and he was sitting over there eating some Oreo cookies or some shit like that, or some Chips Ahoy's. I can't remember if they were Oreos or fucking Chips Ahoy's. I think they were the Chips Ahoy's, the soft and chewies, man. And fucking, he was over there fucking laying down on the fucking, what's that shit called? The picnic table, right? Like they got the benches on the picnic table. Motherfucker was laying on the bench or whatever, fuck over there, and he passed out with like, I guess the cookies on his chest or something, with a cookie in his hand or something. He had some cookies in his hand. And he passed out. We went to go do something or whatever. We was down on the rock cliff over by the lake, hanging out and smoking some bowls. And I come back up there while they were down there fucking still. I come back up there to get some more beers or whatever and go back down there. This nigger's passed the fuck out, and this fucking two chipmunks are sitting there chilling, having a picnic on this nigger's fucking chest while he's passed right the fuck out with a cookie in his hand. Like, these motherfuckers are sitting there digging in the fucking package of cookies, eating the whole package of cookies over there. These two fucking chipmunks. And then the same motherfucker on the same fucking night, the same fucking shit happened. This motherfucker had soft and chewy fucking pretzels. Motherfucker got drunk later again that motherfucking night and passed out on the fucking bench, and we went and did something. We come back. This nigger had a fucking raccoon sitting on his fucking chest, eating the fucking pretzel out of his fucking hand. This chick in the old neighborhood I used to live in, like fucking this. I believe it. This chick that fucking lived down the fucking, like, I used to live like 12 miles down the road, fucking, or so, 16 miles down the road that way, up north a little bit more. And in that neighborhood that I lived in over there with Peggy or whatever, this chick that lived around the corner or kitty corner from us or whatever, like, I don't know, she fucking, yeah, she had like a little baby fucking raccoon she found in the backyard or some shit like that or whatever. Was raising that shit. Oh yeah, except the fur is like, feels a little bit more like velour. Yeah. Yeah. Animals choose people, man. What, Booney Coon? Booney Coon. The name that shit, Booney Coon. Oh yeah, well, cause that shit ain't no cat. Like, that thing could like pick up and grab shit with his hands. Yeah. Right, that ain't no cat. What you mean? Cats pick shit up and grab shit with their paws too. Don't fucking play. Don't it? Grab it with one paw and run away on the other three legs? Well, they'll do it like that or whatever, or they'll fucking, sometimes they'll get lucky and it'll get stuck on their nail and they'll go to run away and they'll fucking use three legs and still fucking scoot away with it in their paw. But I've seen cats that like actually grabbed it and fucking run away with it in their paw. That was a trick that I taught my fucking cat, because I had these two cats and they were brother and sister. And they both all knew the fucking same commands, except each one of them had a different fucking trick. And those motherfuckers were like dogs. I had those motherfuckers trained like dogs. But the male cat was like fucking, his trick was like, I go to the refrigerator and I get like a little piece of some lunch meat or whatever. And I'd fucking have him fucking stand up on his back two legs and walk at least 3 feet across the kitchen to me. On his back two legs, and fucking put his one hand out like fucking like this or whatever, and wait for me to fucking put the little piece of meat in his hand, and I would, and he'd take it with one hand and stand there and hold it like this with two paws on his own 2 feet and eat it like a human being or whatever. And then fucking after he's done, he'd look at me and I'd reach down and fucking pet him, and that's when he'd go back down to 4 paws on the ground. That was his trick. I taught him how to be like a human. That was the trick. Like, taught him like how to be a human, like how to stand upright, walk on 2 feet, and come over and ask for something and take it out of my hand and have it. That's what I tried to teach him, and I did. This is some bullshit.
How about it, Henry? Can we go?
I wanna fucking sleep and save. Come on, man, don't play. These fucking Jews. The dude was cutting a fucking tree and fell on him. Fucking me around here. Everybody's got the food.
Alright, Mr. Jedi.
That's it? That's all she farted on?
How about it, Henry?
There's one more thing.
Very...
What? These fucking poop nuggets on gotta be. Fucking believable. That shit was unsafe. Oh, that's not fair. I said just sleep. Sleep. Fucking sleep.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quite. Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that horseman who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
Playing my foot.
Come on!
What's going on there?
Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter.
Allah! Is that all you've got?
Fuckers.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Crazy alarm! Watch out!
Where is it, dude? Where's the other fucking one?
Who's there?
I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter. Over here!
Yeah.
Where is everyone? Quick!
Pull out my sword. Whoa, what's going on? Motherfucker. You like that shit?
What's that? Hey!
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! George! Get over here! Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Yeah!
God damn it. King Kong living on with a ding dong. Hooping on a King Kong.
Push up, you beggar.